So you've decided you're ready to graduate from the old manual screwdriver, or you want to just treat yourself to an electric screwdriver. But which one do you buy? There's a myriad of options from AliExpress, Amazon and others. Well, I bought 4 of the best rated products from AliExpress to see how they compare to the current leader of the bunch, the Xiaomi Precision Electric Screwdriver. To see, do these give it a run for its money? Let's find out.
So these are the 4 drivers I've purchased to test out. They all rate highly and they're all very affordable. So is there anything that separates them other than the appearance and the packaging? The first contender is a relatively nameless precision electric screwdriver set. Coming in at 21 Australian dollars, it's the cheapest in this roundup. It does have very positive reviews, however, with an average of 4.8 out of 5 stars on AliExpress. The packaging may leave something to be desired if you're that kind of person, but this is no scam. You're actually getting a driver for $21. Pretty good in my mind. It does include also a few bits, the world's shortest USB-C cable, and a magnetizer-demagnetizer tool. And yes, you heard me right, this is a 2020s era device with USB-C charging. In fact, all of these drivers are USB-C charging, which is excellent. The second contender is the extremely popular Xiaomi Precision Electric Screwdriver. Over 5,000 units have been sold from one seller alone on AliExpress. 1,200 reviews have been provided, giving it a glowing 4.9 stars out of 5. But have those 1,200 people tried the other contenders in this battle? Probably not. The packaging for the Xiaomi is quite excellent, in fact, including a metallic carrying case, swaddled in many layers of plastic and cardboard, and includes a significant number of bits for your 45 Australian dollars. Unlike the previous screwdriver, the Xiaomi offers a 2-stage gear system offering between 0.05 Newton meters and 0.2 Newton meters of torque. Which gear setting is used is selectable on the top of the driver, and this also acts as an on-off switch. The third contender is from a brand which I have absolutely zero confidence in pronouncing the name of, but let's hope it's good otherwise. If the packaging is anything to go by, it should be better than the first driver. Like that first driver, it also offers LED illumination of whatever you're driving. It also includes a healthy assortment of bits and a manual in case you forget the old phrase, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. The USB-C cable is just as bad as the first device though, and a wild magnetizer-demagnetizer appears here as well. This driver has traits from both that first precision electric driver and the Xiaomi, with an on-off button and a 2-stage gearbox, plus the workpiece lighting, so it seems like it might be a pretty decent all-rounder. Next up is the black sheep of the bunch, with the lowest rating of 4.7 out of 5 stars on AliExpress. I have to say I was pretty impressed with the packaging at first, with this device including a carrying case, a good number of bits, a decently long USB-C cable, and a magnetizer-demagnetizer, which apparently is a total necessity! When I got to the actual device, I was a bit disappointed. You see, I opted for the quote-unquote fully knurled driver, and while it is knurled, it's pretty atrocious knurling. I had hoped for a super grippy surface texture, and it isn't that, unfortunately. But it's the third driver to include workpiece illumination, so it has that going for it. So after ensuring all of these devices are fully charged, it's on to the first actual test, and that is, do they meet their rated RPM? In fact, only 3 of these devices actually specify a nominal RPM, but I 3D printed a quick jig to be able to measure the RPM of these devices with no load, and these are the results. The next test was of battery life. How long could these devices run for? Again, this was a no-load test, so it doesn't represent true battery life when actually in use, but gives us an idea of the efficiency of the drive system in each of these drivers. After an hour and 8 minutes, we had our first casualty, but it's not what you think. You see, 3 of these devices are not like the other. 3 have automatic shutoffs at around the 2 to 3 minute mark. 1 does not. The RDD spawn has run continuously for 1 hour and 8 minutes. The others I've been having to switch on when they automatically turn off. So if you appreciate this video, make sure you give a like and subscribe down below to say thanks. The next victim was the Precision driver, which gave up after 1 hour and 35 minutes. Not long after that, we then lose the 28-in-1. In this test, the Xiaomi blowed the rest of the competition out of the water with over 3 hours of battery life. However, because of the fact that these drivers turned off after a while and weren't running continuously, I'm going to deduct 10% from each of their scores to account for that fact. What we see from the results of this test is that the Xiaomi operates its motor very efficiently and will give you significantly longer runtimes than the competition. Another thing it excels at is being quiet. As part of this testing, I was noticing some drivers were significantly louder than others. So here's some raw audio of each of the drivers operating and an approximate measurement of their true sound level. We see from these tests the Xiaomi and the Precision are both extremely quiet devices, being almost indistinguishable from background noise. Now when it comes to driving fastness, these products aren't going to win any awards. Do not expect to be fitting any lug nuts to your cars with these drivers. From testing, I found they all deliver a very similar level of torque with their motor-driven function. However, one very much fails when it comes to using them as a manual driver, with the 28-in-1 unable to deliver a level of torque comparable to any of the other contenders in this competition. After all that testing, this 28-in-1 is not sounding too great, and we haven't even treated it that poorly yet. As I said earlier, the ergonomics from the knurling is not really there. The buttons are fine to press. The Precision doesn't really have distinguishing features for each of the buttons, so it's pretty hard to kind of locate them. This one I always feel like it's a USB cable and I'm rotating it and I'm trying to find the actual side that the buttons are on. But other than that, it's really chunky. The Rodson or whatever the heck it's called is not bad. It's got proud buttons. I don't like that you have to hold it down to turn it on. But it has the light like the others. But I think the Xiaomi does take the cake. It's the shortest of the bunch and it has decent grip on the front where you actually need it. The buttons are proud. There's no distinguishing features between them. They're pretty easy to find and it's also a pretty quiet device. It's pretty comfortable to use in general. So they're all fairly ergonomic and they're all metal, but how durable are they, really, versus, say, a car? Will we kill the 28-in-1? Oof. Not happy. What about the Roodsman?
There's alley lights too. In this tag in the float plan chat says all for generator restriction. And this is a really good point that I feel
Alright.
like some
Precision?
people are missing.
Please don't die, I like this one.
That I feel like some people
Not bad. On the Xiaomi. I have a feeling this might get pretty scratched up. Oh yeah. Xiaomi's still working. Oh. 28-in-1 doesn't sound great, but still working. RDD spawn. Still working. And Precision. Still working. So after all that testing, and some torture testing, I think I have a conclusion. I think there are two drivers that give the Xiaomi a run for its money, and one that is deserving far fewer than 4.7 stars. I think the Roodsman and the Precision driver both give the Xiaomi a run for its money. I think they're both very similar to the Xiaomi in performance and have the added benefit of having the work light, which is handy. They all delivered a similar level of torque using their inbuilt motors, but these three also had the ability to deliver a much higher torque using them as a manual driver. So I think they're all relatively comparable. If you want a device that's very compact, the Xiaomi is the way to go. Also, if you want something that's quiet, then both the Xiaomi and the Precision are pretty quiet. And if you want to have a tool that has the ability to do different speeds, then the Ridspin is the way to go. Hope the conclusion to this video has been helpful for you. And if you like this kind of content, it'd be great if you give me a like and a sub, particularly if you want to see more of this kind of content in the future. But that's it for now. Catch you later. Bye.